Hey everyone, and happy Monday. I hope and trust everyone had a good and safe holiday weekend. Welcome back to the channel, and for those of you who are new here, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going over a special easy mechanic that is extremely helpful for new players to the game. This mechanic would be a game changer once you recognize the target. Before that, though, the plugs. Ubisoft has allowed me to promote it under their Content Creators Program. It said Ubisoft Overlords want me to thank them for this gift, their words, not mine, and I have partnered with Ubisoft to produce this content. And I will post the details of this campaign in the details below. I've already gone over it on the bonus video on Saturday. And thanks for bearing with me with that. Now let's do it. Okay. You may hear other players tell you to aim for the head. You may even see and want to emulate an Eagle Bearer build. Headshot, headshot, headshot. And that's all fine and good, but I'm telling you to aim for something smarter. Weak points. They aren't just for style points. They're one of the most efficient, underused mechanics in the entire game. And after Title Update 18.5, a lot of new players don't seem to understand what they're missing. So let's change that. Want faster kills, less damage taken, and more crowd control? All without changing your build? You're not aiming for the head, you're aiming for the weak points. So what are the weak points and why do they matter? Weak points are exposed parts of enemy gear. Simple as that. I'll give you some examples. The Black Tusk Heavy, the Chunga, those big machine gunners, it's the ammo belt and their red backpacks. Now these are the easier ones to see, so you might already be aware of it. For the True Sun's light machine gunner, it's their butt pack. For the Hyena Chicks with Sticks, it's their left hip bag. The Outcast Molotov Cocktail NPCs, it's the bag on the right hip. The mini tanks, it's the tread. And each dog has its own weak point. And I'll get to those in a minute. Hitting them does bonus damage. It also disables the enemy's ability to use their skills. And, if you do it right, can cause chain reactions. Many of them can be staggered, stunned, or even killed outright just from a weak point hit. Unlike headshots, weak point hits can bypass armor and ignore enemy scaling. Now, some agents know this. Weak points don't just hurt, they can disarm, and sometimes that's the real win. So I'm going to give you a more in-depth faction breakdown, who has weak points and who doesn't. We'll use the Hyenas first. Weak points to look out for, the RC cars. It's a red fuel tank. With the RC operator, it's that oversized satchel that's behind their back. The Grenadiers, the Molotov cocktails and other Grenadiers, it's the grenades on the hip. Now, here's a little bit of bonus. You can also shoot them when they are aiming and the grenade will explode in their face, often killing them outright. With the medics, it's their backpacks. The heavies, now specifically for the Hyenas, is just the ammo belt. And the turret NPC, his turret is on his back, though you won't see it before it deploys. Shooting his back will destroy it, though. Now, a little bit of information about hitting that ammo belt for the Chungas, no matter which faction it is. Hitting that belt will give you time. If you could break his chain, usually takes about 3 to 6 rounds, depending on your aim. You could break that chain. You can refocus your aim for somewhere else while he kneels down to put the chain back into the weapon. That gives you time. You see a guy rushing you, hit the Chunga, because he's going to spray you. Get him to where he's got to stop shooting, get on his knees. It takes a few seconds, and then you could focus on the one that's rushing at you. Now, For hyenas, no weak points are the basic assault NPCs, most veterans without the gadgets. True Sons. Again, Grenadiers, it's their explosive pouch. Light Machine Gunner, it's their butt pack. The Medic, it's their backpack. Again, the turret NPC, same thing as the hyenas. You're not going to be able to see it until he starts deploying it. If you can shoot him in the back, it will destroy it before he can. If you can do this, once the turret deploys, shoot the turret. Again, it's the ammo belt. If you do this and time it right, the operator will come back to repair it, so don't try to destroy it. Just get it to where the belt feed breaks. He could pop out of where he's hiding and come running to it to come fix it. Use that to your advantage. Now, the shotgun runners and the assault NPCs, they don't have any weak points. However, they have light armor. Outcasts. Well, you got the vest runners. That's the bright light in the middle of their chest. With medics, it's a large chemical tank on their back. With the Scorchers, it's a fuel tank or canisters. Brawlers, these are the chicks with sticks. It's the pouch on their left hip, as I mentioned before. Now, the support NPCs, these are the guys that carry around ammo packs on their backs. Now, you got to be careful if you try to shoot that ammo pack on their backpack. They can turn around and they oftentimes use special ammo. Now, your basic assault outcasts, they don't have any weak points. Again, weak armor. Black Tusks. As I mentioned, the Warhounds. The Grenade Dog. If it's facing you, you'll see a red line in its, I guess it's basically its ass. You'll see a red thin line. That's the weak point. With the machine gun turret dog, it's the red shoulder joints. With the sniper dog, there's a little red square where the ammo enters the chamber. It'll open up as it's loading around. If you time it right, you shoot it, you can actually see it break. Drone operators. Now, the visual drone control pack and their drones. If you shoot the drones as she launches them, they explode right above her head. Oftentimes, it'll just kill her outright. Because if you shoot one and it's right next to the other, chain reaction, it'll kill the other drone, explode. Both of them will explode above her head, killing her. The heavies, it's the ammo belt and the red backpack. The medics, it's the left side leg with a red pouch. Shoot it. It shocks them in place. This is their EMP pouch. The shotgun chicks, those rushers, they don't have any weak points. They do have weak armor. Rikers. They're a bit odd as most of them don't have weak points. Sure, you got the Grenadiers with that hip satchel, but if you've been fortunate enough to actually hit it, it just kind of pops. It doesn't really explode. It doesn't cause a lot of damage. The machine gunners, very similar, the big heavy ones, very similar to the turret guys. They have that shield, that big, huge, heavy shield with the big, huge, heavy machine gun. That's kind of hidden while it's on their back, but if you could shoot to their back, it destroys it before they could deploy it. Now, once it's deployed, the only way that you're going to be able to destroy that easily is if you get close enough to it, because it starts a self-destruct. You'll hear a tiny little quick series of beeps and it'll explode. To get the guy off of it, lob a grenade. Alright. With cleaners, you got your Scorchers, which is their tanks on their backs. The heavies, you got 3 tanks on their weak points, and with the sniper, they have this little hopping car. If you shoot it, when it's next to her, it'll explode, catching her on fire and potentially killing her. Now, there is a heavy for the Rikers that I forgot to mention earlier. They have these 2, I guess, propane tanks on their back, but they're covered by a shield. But just enough, right above their shoulder, exposes it. If you hit both of them, they lose all their armor. Now, with the cleaners, the no weak points, basically your shield rushers and your assault NPCs. Now, I know I've missed a few, but you get the idea. However, I should mention rogues when they appear in PvE. Rogues, they really don't have weak points. However, you can weaken them if you shoot them before they launch their skills, such as hives or chem launchers. You basically want to look for anything red on their gear. That's the weak point. Ubisoft literally gave you a clue. Knowing which enemies have weak points can completely change how you move through the fight. Why waste bullets on a red bar hyena first when you could shut down their medic with one shot to the back? Now, some weak point visual and audio cues to look for. Again, anything red. Usually it's bulky tanks, or it's pouches, some kind of satchel, that sort of thing. Now, there's also some audio cues where you can hear the chicks with sticks. You can actually hear them inhale whatever's in that satchel. You can actually hear drones being deployed if you're close enough. That sort of thing. Now, so some enemies will angle away to protect their gear, so flanking is your friend. So some results that can happen when you aim for the weak points. Exploding a tank often triggers bleed, burn, and disorient. Weak points can count as explosive damage. Bullet to a weak point can activate a weapon buff. If the LMG NPCs are close to other NPCs, when you hit their ammo packs, the stray cooking bullets will damage the nearby NPCs. Even if you're not building for crits or skills, you can still weaponize weak points with gear you're probably already wearing. Now, there used to be some weak point challenges. In the pre-2.0 era, seasonal manhunt challenges often included weak point objectives. Destroy 50 weak points, or disable 10 drones, that sort of thing. Since Season 2.0, those challenges are mostly gone. So there's no more pressure to do it, but the value is still there, especially in heroic or solo play. But remember, just because they stopped rewarding it doesn't mean you should stop doing it. Now here's a couple mistakes and myths. One myth is you need a sniper to hit weak points. That's false. SMGs, ARs, even pistols can work. It's about accuracy, not distance. Myth number 2, they're not worth doing. Well, that's false. They can wipe squads, stop warhounds, and shut down skills instantly. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I have seen, especially in my clan with newcomers, is over-focusing on a weak point and getting flanked. Always check your angles. Now, some tactical benefits for the weak points and how they can win fights. Hitting them successfully can disrupt skill enemies before they deploy. It forces elite NPCs to stagger or run. It could cause chain explosions that save skill cooldowns. When you've got 5 or NPCs rushing at you and no skills ready, hitting the fuel tank can help you right out of that jam. Weak points used to be a challenge goal. Now, well, they're part of the background, but you can use them to bring the game forward. And I encourage you to try weak point targeting in a daily mission or control point if it's not something you've already started. Well, that's it for today, folks. I hope you found this video helpful. I'm always trying to help new agents with their game, so I'm always looking for other ideas. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with your favorite weak points to pop. Membership of the channel is available for anyone who wants to support the channel. There's also super chats, stickers, and super thanks. Check us out on X and Discord. That info can be found in the information tab. We're on PC, Hannibal's Bad Dogs and Clever's Bad Dogs. We're on PlayStation, Wicked Bad Dogs. And last but not least, we're on Xbox as well. That's elite bad dogs. And as always, thanks for watching, and until the next one, this is Hannibal, signing off.